What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel and welcome to Soulstone Survivors, a new vampire survivor-like that's been out on PC for a little while now, but it's just now debuting on PlayStation 5. The demo for this released, I don't know, like a month or so ago, and I put in a pretty decent amount of time into it. I think I played like maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 hours into the demo, just kind of running around, just doing stuff. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. I enjoyed my limited time with it. But anyway, first off, got to thank the devs, the publishers, and all that for giving me a code to have a little bit of early access to the game, the full game. So hopefully I can showcase some of it. And if you decide you want to pick it up, then hey, great, cool beans. Anyway, let's get into this. This video should be coming out, I believe the 16th is when the embargo is up. So that's going to be a day before it comes out. So anyway. Tutorial, yes, we will go ahead and explore the tutorial, and it'll do some lore stuff and all that. Let's go ahead and do this. I think I've got a video on the channel where I play the demo.
Sir, you arrived just in time. The hunters await you within the sacred chamber. And why have I been summoned, soldier? The Weaver, sir. She found a way to open the primordial portal. A chance to break through to the netherworld itself. Well, I never thought I'd see the realm of banishment in my lifetime. My battle axes. I must see this for myself. Here, sharpened and ready for battle.
All right, let's do this.
If this is true, we finally have a chance to bring an end to the Void King. Through the Dawnstone. The light that must never fade. How does the Weaver plan to open the portal? She would not say. She insisted that only a few of us would be able to go through. So long as I am one of them, it won't matter. The Void King shall taste my... Stay here, soldier. Guard the Dawnstone. No matter what happens, the Great Void must remain imprisoned. And remember, even the darkest night must yield to the dawn. Upon no return, sir.
Sweet. So yeah, none of this story stuff was included in the demo, which is pretty neat.
We have waited for centuries for this moment. A few seconds more are of no consequence.
Enough! Let us waste no more time. The Void King waits beyond this gate. Let us not keep him waiting. Begin the ritual. Void Hunters, brothers and sisters in arms, tonight we have a chance to fulfill our oath. Through the darkness, we rise. To venture deep into the netherworld and dethrone the Void King. Through the great void, we endure. To honor the Hunters and uphold their sacred charge. Through the hunt, we thrive. To fight until the light shatters the last shadow, until our final breath is taken. Through the Dawnstone, we ascend.
It is done. The portal is open.
It's time to end his influence over the living realm once and for all.
Death to the Void King! Onward, Hunters! Charge!
So, full transparency, I tried to record this episode yesterday and went through the whole opening section here and did a run and all that stuff, only to find out I wasn't recording my voice. I'm recording it this time. I made sure. So, anyway, let's get into this. So, a little tutorial opening section here, teach us some of the little basics. We've got our abilities that auto, attack and stuff like that. If you look in the mini-map at the top right-hand corner, you can get kind of an overview of the general area that surrounds us, along with some icons of interest. We're the little green icon there towards the center that's moving around. And then you see a couple more green ones and a blue one. Those are objectives that we have to head to. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with that. When you first start playing this game, you're going to have an option enabled. I suppose it's enabled in the menus that will give you an auto level up, which means every single time you level up, you will automatically be given the choice to choose from your various upgrades and stuff like that. I have that disabled, so my level ups are going to be queued kind of in the center of the screen there, so you can see a 7, which just turned into an 8. That means we have 8 pending levels, so let's go ahead and use those. It doesn't really matter what I pick right here that much, mostly just because this isn't a real run, it's tutorial stuff, so we're just going to pick random things somewhat, and we'll go from there. Because, yeah, I'm not expecting this to last very long. I'd like to get through this somewhat quickly, and then we can go ahead and get on to an actual run, huh? Because, yeah, this is one of those tutorial type things where we don't really get to keep any progress that we make, so we can gather resources and level up and do all this stuff, but it's not really going to matter that much. So, let's go ahead and do this then. So how's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing well today. You know, it's funny, I when I first uploaded this this whole deal here, when I played, I was very high energy and stuff like that. I was talking a whole lot during that recording. I think I ended up losing my voice a little bit. You could probably hear that in the Logic video that I uploaded for Oddsparks yesterday. I recorded that after I recorded, you know, my first episode or so of this, and my voice is definitely not as buttery smooth as it normally is. Haha, just kidding. My voice is not buttery smooth at the best of times. Anyway, let's continue on. Oh, I've got a bunch of levels here. Let's go ahead and use those. Like I said, doesn't really matter what we pick right now. We're just going to grab stuff. One thing I can explain, though, is after you've gathered all of your abilities, which in our case right now is 6, you can then gain the option to skip your active abilities and go for more passives. So I'm going to probably use that most of the time. Like I said, doesn't really matter what we pick here. We just have to gather some fragments here, and then we'll fight a boss and inevitably get our butts kicked. Alright. Open this. Get in here. So one cool thing with this this survivor-like, and I still don't know what we're going to call that genre of games. Survivor-like? Vampire survivor-like? Auto-battler? I don't know. Bullet hell? Bullet heaven? Whatever. Anyway, this one has an auto-attack function, so if I'm not actually aiming with the right stick, your character will automatically aim towards enemies. You can turn this off, by the way. But if you start using the right stick to aim, it will then supersede the auto-aim, and you can choose where some of your attacks will land, if you want.
Weaver. Oathbreaker. How long have you been corrupted?
I am no traitor, barbarian, only able to see what you could not. We were never meant to contain the great void. We were meant to belong to it.
Faithless coward. First I will end your treachery, and then destroy the Void King.
Stubborn, as always. Come, barbarian. I will show you the true depths of absolute power.
I don't know if you can actually beat the Weaver. She does a lot of damage. And you can't really dodge everything. Like, I'm doing a pretty decent amount of damage, but yeah, it's just not really... I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Sure, why not? Grab that. We'll grab some block. Why not? Movement speed, probably a good idea. Damage modifier, sure. Is that just a constant damage zone? I can't get close to the Weaver to deal damage. Is that what you're telling me, game? Yeah, okay. Alright, Sure. I don't know if I can actually beat her because I can't get close to attack. And then we'll just take a bunch of damage. Yeah, okay, well. We did what we could. Maybe if I had more long-range abilities, I could have possibly done some more damage, but oh well. Scripted death is gonna happen. Let's be real here, though. Nobody's playing this game for the story. We're playing it to see all the carnage we can get up to and all the builds we can make and characters we can unlock and stuff like that. So, we've got various things that we can look at here. Lots of characters to unlock with various conditions to unlock them and whatnot. I'm looking forward to unlocking most, if not all of them. Let's see. Blacksmith, you can create new weapons, which will give you new starting abilities and stuff like that. Runes, we can't do anything with runes yet because you have to unlock them via the skill tree, which requires various things. I think the first thing I'm going to really try to go for is this right here, which requires us to invest in the tree. Achievements are, well, achievements. Profile is your profile, and anyway, let's just get into the actual fight. Now, we're not going to be able to do very much as far as a specific build is concerned, not for a little while anyway, so we're just going to kind of do what we can do here to rack up some wins and get some experience. So yeah, this is our first actual run. Very fun. And yeah, this is pretty similar for the most part to what you would expect from playing the demo to actually getting into the game itself. So let's go with... I don't have any rerolls or anything, so I can't really try to tailor my build. Let's get some more HP. Probably a good idea. So one other cool thing you can do in this game, and I'll show it off here, but it's not going to be like super apparent what's happening. Let me come up here real quick. You notice that my whirlwind ability, you can see it very easily, but in the middle of the game, you can press up and down on the D-pad to change the visibility of your effects to nothing, so you can't even see the attacks that I'm throwing out here, or you can turn it up to, you know, whichever level makes the most sense for you to see what's happening. At least for the first few episodes, I'll probably keep it on 100%, just so, you know, you guys can see some of the random stuff that we get up to. Okay, so let's go with Earthquake. Why not? That's a fun ability. That creates this little AoE right here that'll attack enemies as they stand inside of it. Very useful. I think that's a very nice ability for us to have. So if you look in the mini-map in the top right-hand corner, you can see that there's a little icon that looks like an ore node. That's this thing right here just below me. If you destroy those, you will then gain a meta resource, which you will use later on. Not right now. This is a heal. You can grab that, why not? And our goal right now is pretty much just, on the right-hand side, you can see it says Eliminate the Lords of the Void, 0 of 5. That's pretty much just fighting bosses. And then we've also got Eliminate Monsters to summon a Lord. So we have to kill X number of enemies, and then once we kill enough, a boss will be summoned. So, yeah, now we're just pretty much getting experience, leveling up, and doing all that stuff. I'm going to go with Magnetic here, just to get extra pull range and extra experience overall. We're going to go with an area modifier on the Whirlwind, I'm thinking. And then Shockwave Totem could also be pretty good. This gives Dazed as well. Dazed increases your chance to receive critical strikes by 2% for 8 seconds. That's the enemies. It's applying Daze to the enemies. So it's not a buff for us, it's a debuff. So let's go with that. And then let's go with, I don't know, area modifier. These aren't great picks right now. But anyway, there's the little totem. You can see it. It's in the middle of that nonsense there. Launching out attacks independent of us, which is fun. Oh, there's our first boss summon. I would like to get some move speed. I feel a little slow right now. So let's go with this magnetic experience, extra 20% in addition to what we already picked up, and an extra 100% for the area pickup. I'm very okay with that. This is a boss that I didn't see in the demo. I'm glad that even starting off, I'm seeing new things from what I saw before. It's very nice. Okay, what have we got here? We've got Chain Lightning, Thunder Strike, and Double Slash. Electrified abilities are pretty cool. They can do this thing where if you get 15 stacks of Electrified, that's a status that applies to yourself. It'll then release a bunch of like balls of electricity, which is pretty cool. You know what? I think I am going to go with Chain Lightning. It'll be fun. Hey, look, movement speed. I said I wanted that. Let's not make a liar out of me. And then let's go with Expansive to do better area of effect. Okay. So L1 is our dodge, by the way. I didn't mention that. But yeah, there's a little diamond below our character that you can see fills up after a few seconds. That's our dodge. Oh, every time you beat a boss, they drop one of those big gems, and all those gems suck in all of the experience from around the level. So you don't necessarily need to prioritize picking up experience. You can kind of have the game do it for you eventually. So something to consider. We've already got one electric ability, so I think we're going to go with a lightning bolt here. What's this do? Electrified and devastating. Direct damage caused by this skill is multiplied by 3 on critical strikes. That's pretty cool. 30% increase to our move speed. I think I want that. And we'll go with another magnetic. And we might as well just keep going with electrified, so let's go with Thunder Strike. Attack speed would be nice. And Vicious Strikes. Okay, so this will actually make it so that if our Thunderbolt, or Lightning Bolt, Thunderbolt, whatever, that one we read a little bit ago, that'll make it so that it does the 3 times damage on 100% enemies, or enemies with 100% HP. Very cool. It's a very nice ability. So yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of electric effects now. Electric build is pretty good. I used the electric build quite a few times in the demo, and I got some pretty good times from running it. So anyway, let's keep making sure we run around and grab these little resource nodes. They spawn every once in a while, so we're going to want to try and keep on top of that where possible. This is a little mini objective. Once we fill this little bar, I think this drops experience, so we'll definitely want to take advantage of that. Okay, and now, unless we want to replace one of our other abilities, like if there was another lightning ability I didn't get, I'd probably replace something. But for now, I'm not going to worry about this. But I will keep it the option to at least see the abilities for now. So let's go with critical damage. Let's go with critical damage again, because we already have 100% crit chance. I don't think we need to worry about crit chance. Well, not that we have 100% crit chance, but that we have 100% crit chance on the first hit on an enemy, so whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's go with more crit damage. Crit damage again. Should I just do crit damage, or we could do area of effect on all of our lightning abilities, which I don't know how relevant that actually is, but sure, why not? No more lightning abilities here, so we'll replace that with a passive, and let's go with another magnetic, and another magnetic, and damage on lightning bolt, I think, is a good idea. Okay, not too bad. Maybe the increase on the area affects how far chain lightning can spread and stuff like that. I haven't tested anything like that yet, so. Tiagro, the Eternal Guardian. Oh, we open the chest, so now we can grab all this. Could just focus on killing the boss and getting the experience collected that way. Now we've got 12 levels. You'll love to see it. I don't know if we actually have any more, I don't know if we have any more lightning abilities that we can get, but a damage multiplier on any skill without earth. So that's pretty much most of our abilities. I'll take that. Crit chance on everything with no earth is not great for us, so I think we'll take critical damage. Take critical damage again. Nope. None of those. Polarity shift, nah. Skill chain's pretty good. Whenever you cast a skill type of electric, you have a chance of casting another one of your current skills with the type swing. Right now, the only ability we have is swing is whirlwind, so never mind, that's not great. Let's go with the critical chance on the other abilities. I guess we'll go critical chance then. And we'll go with subsequent another 14% crit damage. Crit chance of 16%, or we could go with another 12%. We'll go with the 12%. Damage increase. Area, huh? So that would be damage modifier on a few of our abilities. We'll go with it. Agile again. Pretty good. Yeah, I think we can skip the active abilities for now. I don't think we're going to see any more lightning abilities. Not yet, anyway. I think we have to unlock some. Let's go with that. Let's go multicast chance on all of our electric. Yes, please. Multicast is... There's a chance that after you cast it, you will then cast it again. It's pretty self-explanatory, but some of these things should probably be explained at least a little bit. Another multicast, maybe? We could do just 30% increase to lightning bolt. Probably a good idea. Alright. Not too bad. We're 2 bosses down. 4.5 minutes into the run. I think we're doing alright. Considering it's our first run, could be going worse, I suppose. We're still at full HP. We're getting some resources. Feeling pretty good about it. Should just be focusing on trying to bunch up as many enemies as possible and aiming for them, you know? Because the faster we kill enemies, the faster the bosses get summoned. The faster the bosses get summoned, the faster we can end this run. Because the faster we end the run, the more achievements we'll get, and the more achievements we get, the more things unlocked we'll get. So, yeah, I should probably focus on some of that stuff. Let's go with cast frequency. Ooh, area of effect on physical, huh? Really, lightning bolt is considered physical? Wow. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that, I guess. Crit damage. I'm okay with that.
Let's see if you can match it.
5 minutes, 3 bosses in. It's not bad. Let's go with that. More on chain lightning. Get out of the radius of that. And you're dead.
Your powers are locked.
You can turn off the voice of the character, by the way, if you so choose.
Now to control.
Doesn't really bother me, though, especially considering it's our first run. We'll keep the voices where they're at. That's good. So left-hand side of the screen, you can see pop-ups with the resources and things that we've gotten. You can see some materials we've got more of, some less. Right now, one of the more important materials we're looking for are minor, I think they're called minor soulstone shards or something like that. They're the little blue one that we have 7,300 of. Those ones are just from defeating enemies, generally. You can see, like, little blue things. You know, let me turn down the visibility just a little bit. Well, actually, that kind of... You can kind of see it. They're the little blue things that are darting out of the enemies straight to me. Those are the little shard things. Attack speed, sure. Area of effect, attack speed. Cast frequency, extra 15%. I'm okay with that. Not too bad. Oh, you're not going to last very long, fire dude. Yeah.
Your death just makes me stronger.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Guess we could go with magnetic again. Why not? Another cast frequency. Well, there's a chance to cast earth abilities every time we cast a skill of electric. I mean, we do have a lot of electricity going off. It's probably not too bad. I wouldn't mind more shockwaves or earthquakes getting thrown out here. They're pretty good. We've got enough electricity going off. But you can see we've got we've got a lot of that electrified status going about. That's just because we've got so many of the electric abilities right now, which there's a lot more from what I've seen. We're barely even seeing some of the potential for builds here. Yeah. I'm excited to play more of this game, though. But as per usual, whenever it comes to new series, you know, a lot of it depends exclusively on, you know, how well the first few episodes do, how many comments I get, likes, so on and so forth. If I get enough interactions and stuff like that, then, you know, I'll keep playing. It's like Odd Sparks, you know, I've seen pretty good success with Odd Sparks, so I've been, you know, motivated to continue playing it. So same thing with this game. If you want to see more of it, you know, pretty easy to let me know. Grab some more HP. We took a little bit of damage there. But yeah, anyway, not too bad. You know, I'm kind of in a... Speaking of Odd Sparks, I mean, I don't even know if I should be talking about another series while I'm in the middle of playing one, but whatever, anyway, doesn't matter. Speaking of Odd Sparks, I want to thank you guys for the support on that series. I've really been enjoying my time with it, and you guys having a good time with it has just been that much more entertaining for me, personally, anyway. So, yeah. Since you guys are liking it so much, I'm liking it even more. I love to hear from you guys whenever it comes to builds and suggestions and ways that I could make my stuff easier and, you know, all that stuff. But anyway, what was that, 14 achievements? You can see it in the bottom right-hand corner. Yeah, 8 minutes and 34 seconds for that. It's not too bad. The actual time is going to be, it's going to seem a lot longer because of all the time you spend waiting. But yeah, you can see we unlocked a pretty decent amount of stuff. Pretty decent amount of stuff. So let's take a look at the achievements real quick. Okay, so that's going to unlock Curses in the Scorching Valley. Curses are something we'll get into a little bit later. We unlock Flame Wave, Throw Axe, Bloody Saw, Skill Mastery for Slam. Oh, cool. That costs runic power. Storm of Arrows. Nice. Unlock the Hound Master. We got Suction Bomb, Napalm Blast, Death Vortex. We unlock the Elementalist. We unlock the Pyromancer. Very cool. Okay, nice. So, the way that you unlock new characters is it costs you various resources to do it. So this is going to cost 5,000 of those little shards. This is going to cost 10,000. This is going to cost 8 of the orange crystals, which that's going to take us at least, you know, a little while longer to unlock. But anyway, the first thing I'd like to start working towards is this, which unlocks, you know, the ability to earn more of the minor soul stones, which are the blue currency. So let's get started on that. Let's go ahead and just drop a whole bunch into that there. Alright, cool. Not too bad. You know what? I think we've got time for another one. Let's go for another one. Okay, so now we've got the ability to apply curses to our run, which I think you need to play with curses in order to unlock the next level of curses. But we can give that a shot. So what do we have here? Reduces all healing received. Sure, let's enable that. Explosive goblins now appear earlier in the match. Sure, why not? Elite enemies now have 10% extra health and 10 armor power. That doesn't sound too bad. Famous last words. We've got Lords of the Void now have 10% extra power and extra armor power and extra health. Okay, not too bad. We'll turn that on. I only need 4 in here in order to activate the next level of curse. Well, what's this one? Every time you kill an enemy, there's a 2% chance of a meteor falling near your position. 2%? That's nothing. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. I should probably focus on clearing out all the maps first, but as far as a first episode is concerned, let's do this. We're going to go in super hard on this one, and we're going to win, dang it. Can't stop us. Can't stop us. We're going to win. There's some other abilities and things like that that you can unlock through, like, Easter egg style things. I've looked up a little bit. I've been following this game for probably, I don't know, at least a year or so. That's why I was pretty excited to get in contact with the publishers and stuff like that to see about getting a key to cover it for you guys. Because, yeah, I mean, I was going to buy this game regardless, but, yeah. I don't think I'm going to keep Whirlwind. I think I'm going to replace it when I get a chance, so we're not going to be upgrading it. Let's go with Double Slash. Let's go with, like, directed abilities where we can, huh? So this is one of those abilities where I could aim where I want to aim, and if I wanted to focus damage in a particular direction, I could. We'll keep it mostly just, you know, this way, though, where it's just the auto attack. Okay, magnetic is obviously a good idea. Extra experience early on is always nice. I don't know where a good break point is as far as leveling up magnetic. I'm sure there's a point at which it's more valuable just to spend a level on something other than experience gain, but either way. Okay, damage increase of swing. I mean, that's just good, right? What's bulwark? Increases block power. Block power I'm still not like 100% on, but we're going to take the damage increase on swing abilities. I think Titan's Cleaver is also considered a swing ability. Throw Axe is considered a swing ability. So let's go with Throw Axe. Hurls an axe in the direction that returns to you, causing damage. Gain Finesse. Traits Piercing. Projectiles launched by this skill will deal 20% extra damage for each target they hit directly. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we'll go with that. So now, we've got 3 abilities that are taking advantage of the swing tag. So very good. And you can see the axes already getting thrown out there, getting multicasted and stuff like that. Very nice. It's not a very big axe, but I suppose that's what like area increases and stuff like that are for. Okay, move speed, or actually 15% on cast frequency. Let's go with that. Area of effect on whirlwind. I don't really want to do that. Let's go with a area increase of 5%. Axes are still pretty small. Let's make sure we keep running around and grabbing all these resources. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. There's an elite. I'd like to get Vicious Strikes again. That's the one that makes it so that you do critical hits to full health enemies. That would be nice to have. So yeah, we'll see if maybe we can make that happen.
Come here, beast.
Okay.
See if you can match your
Titan's Cleaver. That would be good. So that damage is multiplied based on your block power. I don't think I have any block power right now. Subdue strikes in the target direction, causing damage based on the number of stacks of finesse. What do we have that does finesse right now? Finesse, finesse, and finesse. Okay, so everything. So yeah, subdue is a great idea. So that's just kind of a singular slash, it looks like, with the little blood effect. Which is fun. Okay, damage or cast frequency? You know, let's go with cast frequency on that. The directed attack build is working.
Let my blood and spirit join the ranks of legend.
Area, sure. Bloody Saw, that still counts as a swing. Yeah, sure, we'll take Bloody Saw. Oh, and all of our attacks now can apply Bleed. Yes, please. We might take Titan's Cleaver, so it probably wouldn't be a terrible idea to take some block power. Yeah, let's go ahead and take Titan's Cleaver. Okay, so that will help with that. Okay. I think this is working. I should probably explain what Bleed does, huh? Let's see, where is it? Okay, bleed. Deals 104 damage over 10 seconds. For every meter the target moves, there's a 40% chance that the target will take an extra damage from bleed. So, very cool. Pretty much just more damage, which I am okay with, because that means that they're going to have trouble. You know, with the whole living thing, I would recommend you keep your blood inside of your body, where possible. I mean, just, you know, I'm no doctor, but it seems like a good place for your blood. Okay, speaking of blood, we should probably get more brutal strikes. That's going to make it so that we deal 280 damage over 10 seconds instead of the 100, which is pretty sweet. I think that one only applies on critical hits, but that's fine. And yeah, we can skip these for now. I don't think we need to worry about those. Area on Titan's Cleaver. Yes, please. Let's just slash this whole arena apart where possible. I should probably also grab some HP. I mean, I was kind of saying that I wanted to replace Whirlwind. So maybe if I find another ability that fits in with the build, something that builds finesse wouldn't be a terrible idea. Something that can build block wouldn't be a terrible idea, because that would work with Titan's Cleaver. Just a bunch of potential things we could do, you know? So you know what? I will turn that off. Let's go with multi-cast on swing type, which is literally everything. Go with a damage modifier on Bloody Saw, I think. Or we could go... Well, no, we don't have something that scales off armor, just block. Okay, so none of you guys. Increases the damage of every bleed you apply. Yeah, that would be nice. Max health 30, or we could get more movement speed. You know, let's go with movement speed. Okay, whenever you apply bleed, you may now apply poison as well. So this will be our first interaction with poison. Poison deals 300 damage over 15 seconds. If the target dies, any remaining poison will spread to a nearby enemy. That's pretty cool. With a 50% chance, no less. I will take that. Okay, so this would be considered thrust, frontal, and physical. Not swing, though. And it doesn't give us anything as far as what we want, so no. Cast frequency 15%. Or movement speed. Let's go with movement speed. Feeling a little sluggish. This is pretty good, though. This is pretty good. This feels pretty good. I like it. We're getting some pretty good results with the directed damage abilities right now. I like it. Okay. Every time you apply Bulwark, you have a chance to gain Aptitude. Increases critical damage. Am I gaining Bulwark? Yeah, Double Slash is giving it, along with Whirlwind. Yeah, I mean, that might be alright. That might be alright. Sure. Block power is going to increase some of our damage and help us a little bit, so sure. I wouldn't say we're melting the boss, but we're definitely doing something. You can see the poison is applying pretty well. You can also see it kind of transferring enemies to enemies. It's actually kind of harder to see with the effects turned off. So, but yeah, you can see a little green line extending between some enemies sometimes. That's the poison carrying over. I like poison. Poison's cool. Alright. None of those. Damage modifier for Bloody Saw? Yeah. We'll also go with magnetic. We'll increase damage of bleed. I think we can turn these off now. Let's go with a cast frequency on Subdue. Cast frequency on Double Slash. Multicast chance on Double Slash. Probably a good idea. And increases the damage of every bleed you apply. Or deep wounds is frequency. Let's go with frequency. I don't know which of those, strictly speaking, is better, but I mean, the same amount of damage but faster is probably somewhat equivalent as far as just overall damage. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing here. Looks like we've got a big resource node top left. I should probably go check that out, huh? But so far, the level 5 curse that we're running isn't too bad. We're dealing with this level of difficulty fairly well, I think. Famous last words. Being able to direct damage in a particular area is pretty convenient, though. Not like I have the big area clear that I did before with the earthquake and all that, but we're doing okay. Whoa, okay, that was a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage. Let's go try to recover some HP, huh? Alright. Multicast. Increased damage, bloodshed, sure. Venomous again for more poison. I do like area of effect abilities, gotta say. Alright, grab that. 26 healing, I'll take it. Alright, boss is over here. They're just kind of attacking me from way over there. So the little crosshair there that you can aim with, you can change the color of that in the options along with the size. Originally, it was like twice the size of what I've got right here. I didn't enjoy that. I thought that it should have been a little bit smaller. So I did. All right, let's go with the damage on double slash. Let's get 20% extra speed. Damage on bloody saw, considering we just increased the area of it. Now it's not too bad. It's like having a little whirlwind that I can throw out that causes bleed. Not terrible. And you can see we're taking out these little sandmen guys in an alright amount of time. Yeah, the dots that we can apply, though, are very nice. Lots of bleed, lots of poison, just lots of damage. Make sure we keep grabbing all these resources. Yeah, there didn't used to be a map. It wasn't until a little bit later into the cycle of the game that they added it. Very useful. So we are going a little bit slower as far as like the lightning build is concerned. That's just mostly because we don't have a whole lot of individual, or rather, we have a lot of individual target damage, less area damage. We're still doing all right, though. I still think this will be, I don't know, around 10 minutes. We also almost died, so that was fun. We're over 10,000 on our shards, though. That's a pretty good amount, considering we're only 3 bosses in. The shards that we invested in that that skill tree thing was, I think, a pretty good choice. Get out of the way of that. Now, there is an ability to dodge further, by the way. Or not further, but more dodge charges. We haven't been lucky enough to get that right now, but yeah. Okay, area of effect on Bloody Saw, probably a good idea, or we could increase our damage on poison. I think that is also a good idea. That'll help a lot for bosses and elites and stuff like that, so we'll go with that. Yeah, Doom is another status effect that I like. I don't know if it's changed in the full release, but the way that worked is you would accrue a value on their HP bar, and then once a certain amount of time elapses, it will explode. Or if it takes all of their HP bar, then, or if it fills all their HP bar, then it'll just kill them, which is pretty cool. Sounds kind of similar to some of the other not area of effects, the other dots and status effects and stuff like that, but I don't know, there's like subtle differences between some of them. You know, like the poison can spread, and bleeding can just deal a bunch of damage over time and all that. Fire, can't remember how fire works, but I think that can also chunk down HP. Pretty much it works exactly how you think it would work, though. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying my time with this game. I don't know, there's something about these games that just, I don't know, they're just fun. You know, that's it. You can just kind of shut your brain off and just have a little bit of fun with them, just watch cool things happen. Sometimes that's all you want to do, you know? You just want to turn your brain off and just watch things happen. I think everybody can relate to that sometimes. Let's do more damage with the bleed. I think we're okay on speed. Getting a lot of those skills out there pretty quickly, though. Yep, just keep going for the resources. Got another heal bottom left, so if we absolutely positively need that, we can take it. And this is definitely a slower run than the previous one, I'll say that. 11 minutes now. We're almost on the last boss. But that's okay. I did kind of run around just going for resources over killing enemies. We have gotten quite a few minor soulstones, though. First run we got 11,000. We're already at 16,000 this run. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, that was not too bad.
Even the darkest night must yield.
Try not to die from the poison. So at this point I can continue into infinite. I'm not going to do that though, because this episode's gone on long enough. But if you wanted to, you could. 2 achievements, level 5 with the Barbarian, and win a match with all curse tiers up to 1 enabled on the Scorching Valley. Let's go. Let's go. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay. So, as far as the first episode is concerned, I think that's going to do it. We have unlocked the Sentinel. That requires 3 green shards. We do not have that. That's okay. I think I'm going to go for you, and then you're going to take 2 reds. I do have that, so let's go with that. Increases your experience modifier. I don't think I need to worry about that right now. We could unlock another character. I do have enough to get the Houndmaster. Could be fun, or we could just continue down the line and get the Pyromancer. I think I'm going to go with the Houndmaster, though. We could play Houndmaster for the next episode. How about that? Sounds like a good idea. Right, well, anyway, that is going to do it. If you liked it, feel free to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, so on and so forth. Hopefully, I see some interaction on this series, because I'd like to, I'd like to bring more episodes for you guys. But anyway, you all take care. Bye-bye.